Hey viewers, hope you are all well. Today I'm going to do a video on my Giandel 200 to 400 watt pure sine wave inverter. So I'll go out the back of the house, I'll set it up, I'll run a few things and I'll show you what you can run with this inverter. Now here I have the inverter. I've just got it plugged in to my battery box. I've got a bit of a meter here. I can give you an idea what sort of power it uses on standby, and I'll try a few items. It'll just give you a bit of an idea what you can run with a little 200 watt pure sine wave inverter. So now this one, it's a 200 watter. It will go up to 400 watts for a very short period of time. And it is only plugged in to a cigarette lighter. That is the only connection available on this inverter. Okay, so once you get to the bigger size inverters, like this one for instance, this is a 600 watter. Your connections, you need to wire them in to your battery. Okay, so you don't get a big inverter like this, a 600 watter, and put a cord on it like this and plug it into a cigarette lighter. Anything with these connections on it, make sure you wire them into your battery and put like a, so in my instance I've got a 40 amp breaker on this one. Okay, as you see on the inverter, you got like a little USB on here, you got your on off, and you got your 240 volt plug-in. That's all you got. It's around the back, it's got a little fan on the back. Okay, and I'll go around the other side. So really, this thing, total size of this, now here's my phone. Okay, that's a full-size iPhone. It's like a wallet. Okay, look at that. Just to give you an idea on the size of this inverter. Have a look at that. And there's the height. Okay, it's plugged in into the cigarette outlet. Turn it on. Your light comes on. Right, now on the meter, I'll show you now what she's using in power. It's using about 0.4 of an amp. So it's just under half an amp. Just sitting idle, doing nothing. I'm going to plug in this power board. I'm going to just show you on what you can roughly run, okay, with this inverter. Now, if you're a solo traveler and you're going to travel around Australia, you got like a little van, this is all you need. Okay, I know I've got a big inverter in my van. I've got a big 3000 watt, but I've got a microwave in there, I've got an electric jug in there, and there's 3 of us in the van. But if you're a single person, just a basic setup, all you need is a little inverter like this. I'm going to plug the power board in. I'm going to just turn this on now, okay? Now this runs at what, 250 watts. It's one of those amazing chef. It's one of those little, it's like a little blender. A small little blender. Now I've just got like eggshell in this. I use this for my worm farm. I just crush up eggshell. But anyway, now with this plugged in, okay, I'm going to turn this on. Okay, sorry about the noise. I'll show you now. Okay, we're pulling about got down to about 160 watts, 170 watts. And we're pulling around 12.5 amps on the battery. Now, I'm sorry about the noise, guys. I might move this away. Okay, I'll just put the blender over there. I'll keep it running. Okay, now the fan's actually running on the inverter. Okay, running that. No problems whatsoever. So we come down in power now, about 140 watts. Okay, now while that's running, I'm going to plug in my battery charger and my Ryobi battery. Okay, I'm going to plug it in. Battery charger's on. Okay, you can hear the blender running in the background. Now sorry about the noise, guys, but I just hope you can hear me. Okay, I'll put that on the meter. Now the battery's charging and the blender is running, and we are pulling about 180 watts, 189. So there's 200 watts now. Okay. This thing is running that easy. Okay. The fan's running flat out on the inverter. The battery's charging, as you see, and you can hear the blender in the background. Now there's my battery, it's charging away. The blender's over there in the background. Okay, still running. Nothing's happened. Okay, now I'm going to plug in my MacBook Pro and I'm going to try and charge that while these are running, so the battery's charging. Now I'm going to put my MacBook Pro on. Okay, let's have a look if this thing still goes. Okay. I'm about to put it on charge. Okay. MacBook Pro's on charge. Let's have a look what happens. Okay, we're up to 225 watts. 245, okay. That's it, that's your limit. Okay, I'll turn that off. Now, if you intend on running at least 150 watts or more on this inverter, I would strongly suggest in changing the cigarette plug, I would change it, I would put an Anderson connector in place of this plug. If you run this for long periods of time, around 200 watts, you will end up melting this plug or the cigarette lighter socket. So on purpose, I overloaded this inverter. I've had the MacBook Pro on charge, okay? I had a Ryobi battery on charge while this was running, okay? So that just gives you an idea on what you can run with a little 200 watt inverter. If you're traveling around Australia and you're taking a little computer with you, like a laptop, and you want to document your travels, just use this for your power devices. So you can take a blender if you like juicing your fruit, you know, like fruit juices, you can do that sort of thing. But there you go. That gives you an idea on what this little thing can run, okay? Fantastic little thing, I reckon. Giandel. Now, this is, I believe this is my third one. Like when I say third one, I had a 2000 watter, a 1000 watter, and now I got this one. I bought this one because, now this is actually a pure sine wave inverter. I actually did a simple battery, a dual battery video. I was just showing this inverter charging my computer. Now, someone pointed out that it should be a pure sine wave inverter, which I looked up on eBay. This one is not a pure sine wave inverter, but on the eBay ad it says you can charge devices and all that sort of thing with it. But you just got to be careful if you get electric devices, you know, all your electronic stuff like computers, you make sure you get a pure sine wave inverter. So this thing here, I'm going to retire this on or get rid of it because it's not a pure sine wave inverter. That's the reason I got this little inverter here. Just put it in the wife's car. You know, we go away in her car, we can just charge our laptop. That's all we need in her car, just a little 200 watt inverter like that. This cost me around 50 bucks on eBay. I think that was 60 bucks, but I had the eBay Plus code, and I got, I think, 10 bucks off. So I got it for 50 bucks, and I reckon it's an absolute bargain for 50 bucks. If you can get this for 50 bucks, snap it up. Really good. So as you saw what I run with it, it done pretty well. But you can see a little blender and charging the battery at the same time, not a problem. So I hope this video is some use to someone, and especially if you're traveling around solo, you're going to buy a little van and you want to deck it out. I suggest go one of these if you buy yourself. You don't need anything bigger. It's because once you start going to the bigger stuff, they draw more current, and you're talking bigger batteries. And then when you're talking bigger batteries, then you're going to need more solar to charge the batteries. The bigger you go, they draw a lot of current, they really do. Okay viewers, thanks for watching. I hope this video has helped somebody out. The Giandel range I found are probably the best bang for your buck. They really are. For what you pay for them and their performance. They're really good. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.